It's becoming clear that Gunna snitched on Young Thug. Rappers and hip-hop fans have mixed reactions on the decision to sell out his friend, but it's safe to say that most people do not support Gunna's move. However, Gunna has finally revealed why he snitched on his boss, leading to some people sympathizing with him. But to understand the rapper's decision and the effect it has on the YSL RICO case, it's important to revisit Gunna's relationship with Young Thug, as well as the circumstances that led to Gunna's snitching. Gunna, Young Thug, and YSL. Young Stoner Life Records, YSL, has produced some of the finest hip-hop artists in the last decade. The record label, based in Atlanta, Georgia, was founded in 2016 by the Atlanta-based rapper Young Thug and is a label imprint of 300 Entertainment. The label was announced on November 15, 2016 through a video Young Thug posted on his Snapchat showcasing his new office. Founding YSL was seen as a huge move for Young Thug and was hailed as a game changer in the hip-hop space. According to Kevin Liles, the co-founder of 300 Entertainment, Young Thug starting a new venture would take them to a different mindset. The label did not take long to get up and running. A few months after it was launched, it signed its first artist, Sergio Giovanni Kitchens, alias Gunna. Many people think that Gunna is Young Thug's protege, but the two connected before they made a track together. The pair's relationship dates back to 2015. According to reports, the two rappers met through a mutual friend on a video shoot for Young Thug's With That. According to Gunna, the mutual friend was his uncle, Keith King Troop, and his death in 2015 brought him and Young Thug closer together. In an interview with Genius, the rapper revealed that his relationship with Young Thug was never about music. The two were just close friends, and Thug later became interested in Gunna's music.
It was never like on no music shit at first. We were just like friends, you know what I'm saying? Homeboys in the street. And then it just grew over time of me just doing my music. And then he just kind of like had a look in on it.
Gunna made his first notable feature on Young Thug's Floyd Mayweather song from his 2016 album, Jeffrey. Gunna's verse introduced him to hip-hop fans outside of Atlanta. Gunna also released his debut mixtape, Drip Season, where he featured none other than Young Thug on the track Cop Me a Foreign. The following year, Gunna dropped the mixtape, Drip Season 2, where Young Thug was featured on the track Secure the Vibe. On Drip Season 3, the pair would appear in yet another Gunna track, King Kong. The YSL boss had really taken an interest in his friend's music and featured him on many of his tracks. Being a close friend and an extremely talented rapper, it was not difficult for Young Thug to sign Gunna as his first artist under YSL. In a sense, Gunna owes a large part of his success to Young Thug, and true to it, he has enjoyed a lot of success in his rap career since meeting Young Thug. For example, in 2022, Gunna's album, DS Forever, edged out The Weeknd's Dawn FM for the top spot on the Billboard 200. Elated by the close victory, in which Gunna bested The Weeknd by just over 2,000 equivalent album units, I'm proud to say it's the biggest selling first week in history of 300 Entertainment, said 300 Entertainment's chairman and CEO Kevin Liles. In an interview with Billboard, Liles was asked about Young Thug and Gunna being a dynamic duo, and he revealed that their relationship was like that of Batman and Robin. He emphasized that the two worked hand in hand, with neither bossing the other around. If one needs to lead, one leads. If one needs to follow, the other one follows, he said. Kevin Liles further explained that, to some degree, Young Thug, even though it was still successful before Gunna came into the picture, may not have survived at the top for very long without Gunna's presence. In his own words, without Robin, there's no Batman, and without Batman, there's no Robin. Despite Kevin Liles speaking highly of Gunna's influence in Young Thug's career and their formidable partnership, Gunna has always looked up to Young Thug as the best rapper alive. In an interview with Interview Magazine, Young Thug asked his protege who he thought was the best rapper alive. It would have to be you, Slime. On God, you make the most songs out of everybody. Anybody can rap and make songs, but you're making real songs. It's hard to do that. I understand because I make songs too, replied Gunna. It was also through Young Thug that Gunna met his best friend, Dominique Armani Jones, alias Lil Baby.
Would you say Gunna's your closest friend in the industry?
Yeah, definitely. I like consider Gunna like we ain't friends, you know what I'm saying? Like we like more than friends.
Although many people compare Young Thug and Gunna's relationship to Batman and Robin, Lil Baby and Gunna are even closer. Born just 1 year apart, the two have formed a formidable friendship that goes beyond music. The two first met after the death of a close mutual friend, even before they began rapping. In the 16 Bars interview, Lil Baby revealed that Gunna started rapping before him, and when he started rapping, Gunna was always present to help him write rhymes for him, as well as teach him how to rap. He even used to pay Gunna to help him sharpen his rapping skills. In 2018, the two friends even dropped a mixtape, Drip Harder, which was widely successful, selling 306,000 copies in its first month and amassing $164.63 million in on-demand audio streams for the album's tracks. The lead single, Drip Too Hard, went on to become certified diamond by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA, and 4 times platinum by Music Canada. The song peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 and was nominated for Best Rap Song/Sung Performance at the 62nd Annual Grammy Awards. On working with Lil Baby, Gunna revealed that it feels like two great minds pulling together. According to him, working with Lil Baby does not feel forced since they had a good relationship even before venturing into music. In most cases, it is often difficult to work with stars or celebrities once they become famous. One of the reasons Gunna has always been able to work well with Lil Baby is because they treat each other as they have always done even before the money and the fame. According to Gunna, he ain't changed and I ain't changed. Like, he the same person, he just richer. I'm the same person, I'm just richer. Similarly, Thug has expressed his love for Lil Baby and Gunna on numerous occasions. While on Zane Lowe's New Music Daily Show, the rapper revealed that he was ready to die for the two. I'm ready to die by Lil Baby, Durk, and Uzi. Gunna, I'm ready to die by these people. The reason I bring Lil Baby in this is to show how Gunna's decision to snitch may have affected many of his close relationships. Despite showing love for his best friend publicly, Lil Baby has also been vocal about his relationship with Young Thug. While talking about Young Thug in an interview, the rapper revealed that they are more than rap friends. They are personal friends. He's not like one of my rap friends. He's one of my personal friends. We actually talk on the phone. Or if we in the same city, like one of them guys that I pull up on. Lil Baby has also revealed that Thug paid him to get off the streets and into the studio. The rapper may even feel indebted to Thug for getting off the streets. In an interview with The Breakfast Club, Thug revealed that he did not want to see Lil Baby go back to prison. I was scared for him to go back to jail because he had just did a bid. It's clear that the YSL family was extremely close. Although friendships make life worth living, most fall apart during difficult times. The YSL family bond did not stand the test of time. Having enjoyed musical success since its inception in 2016, it was only a matter of time before YSL members would face a situation that would tear them apart. In this case, YSL was faced with the case that nobody ever once thrown their way, a RICO case. YSL RICO case and Gunna snitching on Young Thug.
Young Thug is scheduled to appear in court today in Georgia on gang-related charges.
While many knew YSL as a music label that had produced great hip-hop talent such as Lil Baby and Gunna, authorities in Atlanta, Georgia knew YSL as a well-known criminal street gang that was involved in multiple crimes, and on May 9th, 2022, Young Thug, Gunna, and 26 others were named gang members in a grand jury indictment. The 88-page grand jury indictment alleges 182 instances of the group participating in gang activity. Evidence brought forward by prosecutors includes lyrics, social media posts, and clothing or accessories with slime emblazoned on them to prove gang affiliation and criminal activities. Reports indicate that YSL may be affiliated with the National Bloods gang. The indictment against YSL members had a list of 56 charges, which included murder, attempted murder, armed robbery, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, theft, drug selling, carjacking, and witness intimidation. The indictment also singles out Young Thug as a mob leader, accusing him of numerous offenses for which he is not being prosecuted. The murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., a rival gang leader, in January 2015 has also been linked to Thug, who allegedly rented a car from Hertz that was used in the crime. In connection with Donovan Thomas's killing, 5 YSL members were arrested and charged with murder. After his initial arrest on May 9th, police reportedly raided Young Thug's home in Buckhead and charged him with 7 new offenses. Gunna surrendered to the authorities on May 11th and was taken in for various crimes with racketeering at the top of the list. The judge received bond requests from Gunna and his boss Young Thug, but denied them, citing witnesses' safety and further criminal behavior from the YSL members. The prosecution claimed that witnesses received threats from Young Thug and other YSL members and that they feared for their own lives and the lives of their loved ones should they testify against them. Something happened that finally broke Gunna. His second bond request was denied. His frustrations were expressed through his lawyers as they protested the decision and termed it unfair. The rapper's lawyers revealed that the prosecution did not have any evidence against their client and were only using vague allegations and speculation to deny Gunna bail. It is important to note that although Gunna's bail request had been denied because he and YSL members had allegedly threatened witnesses, the prosecution had not brought forward any evidence to implicate Gunna. Unlike Young Thug, who may have threatened people through Twitter, as we will see later, Gunna had done nothing to tie him to the prosecution's allegations. According to his lawyers, Gunna deserves better from our justice system. Gunna did not seem like the type to stay behind bars, especially since he had not really committed any crime. Remember, Gunna had not been caught in possession of anything illegal, nor was he part of any of the murder crimes, so why was he not yet out if that was the case? As stated earlier, a RICO case is one that no one would want thrown at them. In Gunna's case, all the authorities needed to prove was that Gunna was somehow associated with YSL. Since evidence brought forward included lyrics, social media posts, and clothing or accessories with slime on them, Gunna was guilty by association. Gunna was now getting desperate. He did not want to stay behind bars for crimes he did not commit. On top of that, the rapper had seen the ugly side of the criminal justice system. The prosecution had convinced the judge to deny him bail on allegations that would not be substantiated. A ruling had been made against him without any evidence being presented. Gunna understood that the system would stop stop at nothing to have YSL behind bars. At this point, his only way out was to cooperate with the authorities. He had to save his own skin. Gunna knew that he was innocent and that the cops had nothing substantial on him. Therefore, he would easily get a deal that would see him go free in no time. Then again, what would the industry think of him? Would he become an outcast like 6ix9ine? It was not long before the rapper was released from jail. There was a lot of mystery in the circumstances under which Gunna was released from jail. Did Gunna confess to the crimes? Did he betray his fellow YSL members? Had Thug allowed him to take a deal so he could get out and continue his rap career? It was evident that when Gunna was released from jail in December, there was instant speculation that he had snitched to get out. However, in the days that followed, more YSL members started taking plea deals and were being released from jail as well. The hip-hop industry was in confusion. Some people thought that maybe the authorities didn't have much on Gunna, so they let him go, while others maintained that he ratted Thug out. Had the YSL rapper snitched or not? It was not long before the damning video emerged and went viral on social media. In the video, the rapper makes some pretty damning confessions. Gunna admits that YSL is not only a music label, but a gang. He further admits to witnessing some YSL members participate in criminal activity as a gang.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone's fears were confirmed. However, there was more to the plea deal that Gunna took to get out of jail than what was first let out. First, it was clear that the authorities wanted to put Young Thug away for a long time since he appeared to be YSL's leader. Not only was Young Thug portrayed as the one calling the shots, a video of the court proceedings also painted him as the most dangerous of all the arrested YSL members.
He's the one directing traffic.
The prosecution was not holding back on Young Thug. They maintained that YSL was a gang and that he was running the show even from behind bars. According to the prosecution, the rapper was extremely dangerous and giving him bail would jeopardize the case.
He is the one they're all afraid of. He's the one that's King Slime. He is the most dangerous of the 28, Judge.
The rapper had to stay locked up until the case was over. More evidence was released by the prosecution showing that numerous YSL members were collaborating with authorities on the case. What was more damning was the fact that both YSL members indicted and those not indicted in the charges had expressed their fear of Young Thug.
We have taken proffers from fellow from Mr. Williams. Some are on this indictment, some are not. They have stated uniformly that Mr. Williams is dangerous. They are afraid of him.
But this is not the most damning evidence against the rapper. According to the prosecution, the rapper had sent a clear message to everyone. Cooperating with the cops would lead to their deaths and the death of their families.
That if they cross him, he will kill them and their family.
Thug did not do himself any favors as he implicated himself in a tweet where he seemed to threaten people. The prosecution was eager to share this as evidence in court to prove their allegations. In a tweet to Michael Phelps, Thug says, "I'm talking with my roommate and we're wondering if you could swim 100 miles from the middle of the ocean back to shore, at Michael Phelps." At first glance, the tweet seems harmless, but if you are familiar with the Italian mob stories and the phrase swimming with the fishes, you would easily recognize Thug's tweet as a threat. Basically, the tweet insinuates killing someone and dumping their body in the ocean. The tweet was used to deny the rapper bail. While Thug's lawyer argued that a family member had tweeted on behalf of his client, the judge was concerned that if Thug could send messages to his family in any way, then he could also send threats to witnesses. With such damning evidence against Young Thug being produced, none was brought forward against Gunna. Despite the damning video and the fact that the prosecution has openly admitted that members of YSL have been working with the authorities, Gunna continues to deny that he snitched. Instead, he claims that he entered an Alfred plea, but instead admitted that there was enough evidence to convict him. This helped him avoid a possible heavier punishment if convicted at trial. Gunna's plea saw him initially sentenced to 5 years with 1 year served. However, a judge commuted the 1 year sentence to time served and suspended the 4-year remaining balance subject to conditions, including 500 hours of community service. The backlash was inevitable. All hands were on deck to defend Gunna. His lawyer took to Twitter to empathize that Gunna did not snitch to get out of jail. According to the attorney, Gunna's plea could not be used against anyone, including Young Thug. He even appealed to the public to stop spreading lies. It was only a matter of time before Gunna addressed the elephant in the room. What exactly was included in his Alfred plea? In a press statement regarding the Alfred plea, the rapper stated that he had chosen to end his own RICO case by acknowledging that he was part of YSL, which according to him was in his best interest. The question still lingered. Was he going to testify against his boss? Well, according to the rapper, he was not going to be a state witness, nor was he planning on getting involved in the trial any further. I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way. Gunna did not want to be in jail, nor was he ready to become an outcast like 6ix9ine. The rapper claimed that when he joined the label, he did not see it as a gang. When I became affiliated with YSL in 2016, I did not consider it a gang. More like a group of people from Metro Atlanta who had common interests and artistic aspirations, Gunna said. According to the rapper, his focus at the label has always been making music. My focus of YSL was entertainment. While this statement helped him maintain his innocence, he again insinuated along the way he became aware that it was a gang. Although Gunna had come forward and explained his actions, possibly even speaking on behalf of other YSL members who had taken similar deals, the consequences of their decisions have had a negative impact on Young Thug's chances of ever tasting freedom again. Young Thug's attorney has since revealed YSL members taking plea deals has been the single most challenging obstacle against his client's case. According to Thug's lawyer, the authorities had turned his client into an easy target.
He's like the easy target.
This is because YSL members who were part of the indictment understood that they would get a deal and an easy way out of the case if they snitched on their own boss. On the other hand, the lawyer revealed the authorities were eager to cut deals with anyone who was willing to reveal any information that would incriminate Young Thug and put him behind bars.
So if somebody gets arrested and gets in trouble and they want a deal, law enforcement officers are all too eager to say, well, tell us about Mr. Williams. Is he involved in this? What do you know about him?
It is evident that Gunna did not want to stay behind bars for crimes he did not commit. And since the authorities were eager to cut deals with YSL members to get Thug, he took the deal. Was his decision justified? Reactions to the snitching. Gunna's video snitching caused uproar in the hip-hop community. From YSL members to rappers such as 6ix9ine who have snitched, all have said something about Gunna's actions. His best friend's reaction to the incident has drawn a lot of speculation as people think that Young Thug is somehow behind it all. Soon after it was revealed that Gunna had snitched on Young Thug, netizens quickly noticed that Lil Baby was no longer following his best friend on social media. However, Gunna was still following Lil Baby. DJ Academics broke the news on his Instagram saying, "The streets are saying Lil Baby unfollowed Gunna. Y'all think the industry about to switch up on Gunna for being a truth teller? Will Lil Baby really abandon his best friend in his time of need? Was Young Thug behind the fallout?" To answer this, it's important to look at the actions of another rapper close to Young Thug, Lil Durk. Lil Durk and the YSL boss have come a long way. The two have been tight for so long that there exists a famous internet meme about them. This is why Lil Durk has never been shy when talking about Young Thug. The rapper has even taken his allegiance to Thug to the next level by nearly implicating himself in the crimes. In the track Mad Max, where he features Future, the rapper reveals that he could have easily been a part of the YSL RICO case since he had told Young Thug about everybody he had shot. This was bizarre since cops were now using rap lyrics to put rappers in jail. This is seen in the case of 6ix9ine and even in the YSL case. Lucky for him, Young Thug is not in the snitching business. Apart from that, Thug has publicly shown Durkio a lot of love. As we saw earlier, Young Thug revealed that he was ready to die for Lil Durk while on Zane Lowe's New Music Daily Show. "I'm ready to die by Lil Baby, Durk, Uzi, and Gunna. I'm ready to die by these people," the rapper said. It's now obvious that when it was revealed that Gunna had snitched, Lil Durk would not be happy. Although he had collaborated with Gunna on a few tracks, it was clear where Lil Durk's allegiance would fall. Lil Durk felt that the actions of YSL members were unfair towards Thug, and he took to Instagram to express his frustrations. According to the rapper, Thug was being left to the wolves. In his latest song, Lil Durk had something to say about the situation. In one of the bars, the rapper took a dig at Gunna for snitching. The rapper shared a snippet of the track on Instagram. On the song snippet, he raps, "What happened to Virgil? He probably gonna tell." Hip-hop commenters such as DJ Academics were quick to notice the bar and its meaning. In the Twitter post, DJ Academics posted the snippet and asked fans who they thought Lil Durk was talking about. First, it's obvious that the bar was directed at Gunna, since the two had collaborated on the song What Happened to Virgil. It was also odd that the rapper had decided to post that specific part of the song. He was clearly taking a shot at Gunna. Backlash from his own people was also evident, especially when he posted, acting like they switched into a side, but it's only one side. Hashtag YSL the label. Hashtag free Thug and Yak, Gunna back. Gunna received immediate backlash from YSL members. DJ Academics reported that many YSL members were blaming Gunna for Young Thug's current situation. Many people from YSL unfollowed Gunna after this, even Young Thug's sister. YSL having a civil war beef on Instagram. Everybody in YSL looking at Gunna like, "You the reason he in there." They all unfollowed him right after, even Thug's sister. With people close to Thug seemingly reacting negatively to Gunna's decision, it seems that Thug does not approve of the rapper's decision to take a plea deal. If he had approved, Lil Baby would not have unfollowed Gunna, and Lil Durk would not have dissed him in the song. All must have been done with Thug's blessing. Clearly, it's a message to Gunna and the YSL members who have snitched, as well as those who were yet to be offered deals. Thug has already showed that he can get anyone he wants, even behind bars. In fact, prosecutors have raised concerns that Thug has been coordinating criminal criminal activity while still in jail. Not only that, reports surfaced that a YSL member was caught with an illegal cell phone inside the jail, trying to get someone on the outside to destroy evidence. Rappers who kept their mouth shut instead of snitching, such as Bobby Shmurda, also seem to have taken notice of the YSL controversy and expressed his feelings towards it. Many remember that in 2014, Shmurda was arrested in a drug trafficking sting with 14 others. 21 guns were recovered in the operation. The group was charged in a 64-count indictment that included murder, attempted murder, dealing drugs, weapons possession, and a list of other crimes in connection with the long-term investigation into shootings and narcotics dealings in Brooklyn. Unlike YSL's RICO case, Shmurda's lyrics in his song Hot were almost used in court. According to the authorities, the rapper's lyrics were a real-life document of what Shmurda and his gang were up to in the streets. Shmurda even confessed in his interviews that his lyrics are a true representation of his life. In the song he raps, been selling crack since like the 5th grade. Initially, Shmurda had been given 5 years, but chose 7 so that his fellow rapper, Rowdy Rebel, would serve fewer years. He was offered 5 years, but on the condition that Rowdy would get 12 years. Not only did Shmurda not snitch, he refused to take the deal that would see his friends spend more time behind bars. But the only option was for the two to get 7 years each. So Shmurda had his sentence increased by 2 years, while Rowdy's was reduced by 5 years. According to Shmurda, he decided to take one for the dogs. The rapper dropped a freestyle amid the YSL controversy, calling out rats in the industry. Although he does not reference Gunna in his freestyle, Rats, people still speculate that Gunna is among the intended targets. In the song, Shmurda raps that rappers are snitching on their friends and that by taking plea deals, they were leaving their friends in jail. That bar seemed like a direct dig at Gunna and the YSL members who had taken plea deals and left their boss behind bars. When you thought that the story could not get any more interesting, 6ix9ine came out of the blue to comment on the story. He had a lot to say regarding the situation. It was worth noting that 6ix9ine was also caught up in the RICO case not too long ago, but unlike Shmurda, he ended up snitching on his homies, which makes his input on Gunna's case hilarious. 6ix9ine and 4 other associates were arrested and charged with federal RICO and firearms charges, including conspiracy to commit murder and armed robbery in 2018, and faced up to life in prison. The rapper was allegedly part of a violent sect of the Bloods known as the 9 Trey Gangsters. Although he had first pleaded not guilty, he soon changed his tune and cooperated with authorities. Just like in the YSL RICO case, authorities used 6ix9ine's lyrics as evidence in court. The rapper's songs Gummo and Kuda were of particular interest to the authorities. As part of his plea deal, the rapper was supposed to snitch on himself and also take down other gang members by implicating them in various violent acts, including assaults and kidnappings. 6ix9ine replied to Gunna's Instagram post, pointing out the rapper's inconsistency. In court, you saying it was a gang. Here on IG, you saying the label, he wrote. LOL, you can't make this shit up. The rapper even trolled by posting a trending video of Gunna confessing in court with the caption, just STFU and listen. I know you don't want to accept it. Your mans is fighting for his life in court on a gang RICO. The caption continued with 6ix9ine providing his own breakdown of what occurred in the courtroom. Judge, you are aware of YSL is a gang, correct? Fat ass Gunna. Yes, ma'am. Judge, only you and Jeffrey are in the car, and the police find a handgun and drugs. This didn't belong to you, correct? Fat ass Gunna. Yes, ma'am, the caption read. Not long after, he was in an interview with Wack 100, where he gave his opinion about the situation. The rapper said that Gunna had made Young Thug's case 10 times more difficult.
So me pleading guilty is only making it worse for my man. Anything you just said in that courtroom is gonna be used against your man.
Although Gunna maintains his innocence, it is quite evident that he gave the authorities something to get out. Only time will tell how the industry will treat him from now on.